Hello, me again. Closer. I've got some records to show, so let's do it. I'm going to start with a record, a nice soul record from a country not well known for making soul records, Finland. And this is the album. The artist is not Finnish, I should say, Charles Williams. The album Love is a Very Special Thing. Charles Williams, being a touring musician, ended up in Finland. And I think he settled there for a while, and when he was there recorded this album, which came quite well known amongst collectors as an unusual sort of thing you could get in Finland. Original's very hard to find now, and it's been nicely reissued by Mondo Svart. There's Charles on the back. And it's a really nice record, I think. It's got a decent voice. There's some nice funky tunes on here, some good instrumentals. The introduction, Theme from Long Road, is a nice instrumental. Standing in the Way is another good one, and there's an instrumental of that tune as well. Comes with a 7-inch included as well in the package. It's quite nice, and as a reissues go, it's not especially expensive either. I think it came out last year, possibly. Yeah, 2022. But yeah, an interesting record. One worth investigating. There's a few sort of syrupy ballad numbers which pass me by, I'd say. But when it's good, it's really good. So a nice little thing to get. So see what you think. Okay, sticking with something different, here is an unusual one for me, a prog rock record, but a really funky prog rock record by a group called Sopwith Camel. Nice cover there. The album is in prog rock fashion called The Miraculous Hump Returns from the Moon. Some sort of nonsense, but hey, I really like this album. I mean, not all of it, some of it's a bit, yeah. But when it's funky, which it is quite often, it's great. Lots of lovely grooves on here. Not least in the title, the first track, Phase On, Phase On. Really like that one. Kind of mellow funkiness to it. But lots of other songs here with great grooves going on, which is really nice. Nice prog rock picture there of the band. Get all the lyrics. This is the reissue on Real Gone Music. On rather fancy red vinyl. You can obviously get an original of this, and I don't think they're too difficult to find, but this was what I found, and really nice. I like that. I like to have slightly different records I don't always listen to, and that's definitely one of them, so really getting into that. Give it a try. And let's keep it just straight up funky now. When you're collecting soul, disco, kind of that 70s into the 80s kind of sound, which I love, that kind of rare groove sound, there's certain names, if they're involved in the record, you know it's going to be good. Leroy Hudson's one, Roy Ayers is another one. And another name to look out for is Wayne Henderson, and he's really involved in this one, Allspice. Now my copy is rather crackly, and the cover you can see has seen better days, but that's fine by me. It's a hard album to get and tends to be quite expensive, but it's a lovely, lovely one. It's very funky, got some sort of boogie tracks, but it's just great and really good playing on it, which I really like. Now the two standout tracks, Destiny, very funky, love that one, and Hungry for Your Love, nice bit of flute action going on with this one, great. Nice cover with the white suits, very much of the era, but yeah, it's a really, I love this album. Not an easy one to find, so I'm very pleased that I have it. But we really recommend that one. Check out those tracks. See what you think. And I'm going to show another record now, which I think is possibly the best funky soul album ever, which is a big thing to say, I suppose, but I can't really think of an album as consistently great as Spread the Message by the mighty Ryders. This is obviously a reissue, water damaged, it's slightly crackly, been through the wars, but it's mine and I absolutely love it. Obviously, if you want to get an original of this, it's into the thousands, so why bother? You can have a reissue that's okay, and what really matters is how great the music is, and it is absolutely spectacular. I believe they were from Florida and they made this album, which has a kind of mellow funkiness to it, which is just superb. There they all are. On the back as well. The big well-known song here, Evil Vibrations, is great, sort of a dance floor number, but the whole thing all the way through just doesn't drop the ball at all. And I love soul music, I love soul music from this era, but albums which are absolutely 100% consistent are few and far between, and this is one of them, and I cannot recommend this highly enough. Get the reissue, get it on the streaming, get the whatever, just listen to it and appreciate it, enjoy it. It's beautiful music. I love this, so highly recommend it. I won't even put a sample of that one because I wouldn't know which one to choose. It's just too good. Okay, one more to show. Again, another slightly obscure one, and an album I love. Now, in the 70s, was it 73, 74 or 76? I can't remember. At some point, Stax Records, the famous label, went bust, and went properly bust. It was dead, it was no more. And they had some great artists who were suddenly homeless. And with the end of Stax, I think you had the end of that whole really strong period of Southern soul as we know it. And obviously things continue, but a lot of people, a lot of the artists didn't really have a place to record in the same way. And into that void stepped Malaco Records, which took a lot of those artists. A lot of them had been with Stax and a lot of just soul artists from the area. I'm not quite sure where Malaco was based, but they tried to continue that sound at a time when that sound was not really the fashionable thing, because disco had come in and was sort of taking over a bit. So that sort of Southern soul sound was a bit harder. But some great artists did some interesting work there. Some of it's a bit odd, it's quite 80s, a lot of it, but when it's good, it's really good. Now, a group I really love, and I didn't dig out their album beforehand, which I should have, that they did for Stax, is Sho Nuff, who were quite a nice sort of tight little funk band. They had some sort of slightly disco-y things, but really great. And they did an album for Malaco as well, once Stax had gone bankrupt. Another great selection of suits here. This is the album, Stand Up For Your Love. Another hard pull, that one. But really, really great. There's some lovely sort of boogie numbers on here, which is not always my thing, but getting into it. When it's done well, when the synthesizers work, they really work, and it really works here. There's some great grooves on here as well. My favourite song probably on the album is actually an instrumental, Sho Nuff Groove. which really, really nice sort of mellow funkiness to it, which I really, really like. But yeah, unusual record, this one, Malaco. You can see that as the label, and really nice one to have. I recommend it. At least have a listen, see what you think. I'll put a sample of that on. See what you think. So there's some albums which I've been enjoying lately, and hope everybody's well. Keep making videos. I always enjoy watching them as well. Till the next time, all the best.